Welcome back. This morning I was talking to a wonderful yogi and we were talking about becoming a yogic millionaire. You know, sometimes we're out in the world and we haven't quite figured out what we have become. And so to put it in this language of becoming a millionaire, it can help because the whole yogic process is this internal thing. Right? And so we don't always recognize it. We don't understand how far we've come. We don't value what we have accomplished. And if you can value those things, right? If you figure out, oh my God, I didn't even realize what I had. That's really, really magic, isn't it? And so that's what I wanted to go through today. I wanted to attempt to kind of show a parallel path in the interior world, what we might call that if we could see it out here in the world. So let's get into it. All right, so I found this list, the high net worth individual, the very high net worth individual, and the ultra high net worth individual. So these three levels of wealth, some are kind of hard to wrap your mind around, they're so big. So first of all, if you're a yogi and you can enter into HRV resonance, then right away, oh my God, you just found your first million. You just found your first million. You're a millionaire. But Forrest, I followed the Resonant Breathing app. I found that in like 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. That wasn't a problem. That's right. I showed you where it was. But for a normal meditation process, that will usually take 10 to 30 to sometimes 40 years. And if you don't believe me, go down to a meditation center and don't bring up HRV resonance. Just sit down, sit in the back, and watch everybody's breath rate. And the ones that have been there for 20 years, they will automatically begin breathing under 7 breaths per minute. If they've been there for 30 years and they're a little bit successful, it'll drop down all the way to 3.5 breaths per minute. And the ones that have been there for 5 or 10 years, very, very often, they're still breathing above 7 breaths per minute when they're meditating. They're not yet entering into HRV resonance. So for 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 or 30 or 40 years, it can be hit and miss, hit and miss, hit and miss for a very, very long time. So if you have HRV resonance and you are hitting that every single time you go into meditation, oh my God, you are absolutely a yogic millionaire. You are that high net worth individual. And if you have on top of that the tranquil breath, then oh my goodness, you're a multi-millionaire. If you have the HRV resonance, the tranquil breath, and the freeze response, oh my God, that's millions upon millions. You're now a multi-millionaire. Now remember that the freeze response, this is the crux, right? This is the middle ground, and you have won the war of the Bhagavad Gita. You just won the entire war of the Bhagavad Gita, the entire war of the Ramayana. These yogic texts, they're showing you the way. I'm in the freeze, I've won that war. So what does that mean? It means you're absolutely a multimillionaire. You're a high net worth yogic individual. So what happens after they win the war? Well, first of all, they rule the kingdom peacefully. That means you rule the body in the freeze response. Oh my God, hallelujah. What a raging success you are yogically. And sometimes you come out and you fall down and you get anxious, you get worried, you fall into fear, you fall into anger. Yeah, we haven't figured everything out. You're a brand new millionaire. You haven't figured it all out yet, have you? But then what happens next in the story? Well, this roll-up of consciousness. The Pandavas walk out of the kingdom and they go up the mountain into heaven. That is the roll-up of consciousness. That happens next. You start having this roll-up of consciousness. What is that? Oh my goodness, you are absolutely, this is the very end. This is the end of the Mahabharata, right? Really big deal. You're now a very, very high net worth individual. Absolutely. You've hit that 5 to 30 million mark, and you're a very high net worth individual. Having the roll-up of consciousness, you are solving the very riddle of life. And this is the riddle nobody bothers to ask. Why are we here? What are we doing? What am I really? That's what the yogis are trying to answer. Let's get everything out of the way. Let's get into the low idle state. Let's get into the super low idle state, the freeze response. Let's get past the conscious mind. Let's get past even the subconscious mind. Let's go into that non-dual state. What am I actually? Well, you're the universe, right? That's what the yogis are trying to do. That riddle is the riddle they are trying to answer. Why am I here? Where am I going? Where did I come from? Who am I really? These really, really hard questions that nobody, in this modern age, not everybody's asking those questions. It's kind of rare to ask those questions. Maybe we ask it once, we leave it, oh, I can't answer that. I'll just go over here and I'll do something else, right? People don't answer these questions. You, the yogi, you are answering those questions. You get in the roll-up of consciousness. You are solving that riddle. Okay, I had to roll up into the heart. You are solving that riddle. I had to roll up into the throat, into the medulla, into the crown. I felt some expansion. Oh my God, you are solving that riddle. So pointing the way to all of this, I kind of feel like I'm Carnegie or Napoleon Hill, and I'm like, look, I'm gonna give you the secret to all of it. Just follow what I say. I'm giving you the key. So when I say, look, let's boil it all the way down, what are the yogis really, really trying to do? Well, they're trying to do three things, and that's kind of all it is. They're trying to use the dorsal vagal, that is the low idle state, the tranquil breath, the freeze response, the roll-up of consciousness. They're trying to get into the deep brain. They're trying to get into the left amygdala of bliss and the right hippocampus of expansion. This is what they're actually trying to do. That's the core of the core of the core of the core. So now we have it boiled all the way down. That's all the way into Samadhi, the non-dual state. It's all the way into that. The very, very last chapters, they're still doing those three things. It's all that. It's all contained there. So when I give that to you, I am giving, like Napoleon Hill, like Carnegie, I'm giving you the whole key. Well, you got to turn the key, but you have the whole key. And so if you use those keys, you have a roll-up of consciousness. Oh my God, you are a yogic, very high net worth individual. What if you have bliss? What if you have expansion? I felt a little bit of expansion today. Oh my God, I felt a little bit of bliss today. Oh my God, I did the Gayatri mantra. Oh my God, I connected to bliss. Thank you so much for the feedback. I've been getting feedback. Oh my God, it's so powerful. God, I'm so glad to hear that. Thank you for that. So, okay, I used the Gayatri mantra. Oh my God, I felt that bliss. Oh my God. What are you then? Oh my God, if you have HRV resonance and you have sitting very still and you have the freeze response and the tranquil breath and the roll-up of consciousness, and then on top of all of that, you have bliss and maybe some expansion, what are you? You are absolutely this ultra high net worth yogi. You are ultra high net worth individual. You are the yogi of yogis, right? You're entering into the kind of wealth which is generational wealth. And again, we can fall down. We can fall down. Absolutely, we can fall down. I fell down into anxiety. I fell down into worry. I fell down into fear. All my issues, my old issues. That's kind of like forgetting, oh my God, I forgot that I'm a millionaire. I still have these old issues. When I was not a millionaire, I forgot that I'm a millionaire. And that's kind of a funny story. Hanuman was trying to help Rama win back Sita. And he comes to the edge of India. He's got to get to Sri Lanka to see if Sita is okay, right? And he's there at the edge of the water, and he's like, oh man, how am I going to get across? I don't know. I can't do it. I can't get across. And all of Hanuman's friends, they go, Hanuman, you have powers. And he goes, oh, that's right. I have powers. What powers? Hanuman, you have powers. You can do this. Just, I don't know, jump across. And he goes, oh, yeah, that's right, okay. And he becomes huge. And he jumps across the water, and he goes and he finds Sita, right? And that's us. We're dipping into these states, and it's, oh my God, it's so much treasure. But we haven't fully integrated what that means to us. We come back to our old issues. We're still sorting that out. We're still figuring things out. Totally, totally normal. Totally normal. We fall down, we get, oh, that's right, that's right. Oh, yeah, I'm Hanuman. Okay, I remember. I have this yogic power of the low idle state. I have this yogic power of just incredible peace. I have this yogic power of love and compassion and understanding, and I'm using that more and more, and I'm getting a feel for what that means for me. So am I just blowing up your ego? I'm actually doing the opposite. I want you to know what you have. I want you to know so that you can become that individual that it integrates. And oh my God, I am Hanuman. Yes, I forgot that I was Hanuman. I want you to remember that, and that's why I'm reminding you this way. I want you to realize what you have, the incredible interior wealth that you have. Like Jesus said, don't forget to store up treasure in heaven. And this treasure in heaven, it's a different kind of wealth. You don't always realize what you got. And then suddenly it dawns on you. You're like, oh my God, yeah, I totally forgot. I was like Hanuman, and I forgot what I had. And then suddenly I remembered. And that's me. That's me. I'm reminding you, hey, psst, did you forget that you're Hanuman? Oh my God, I'm Hanuman. For a while, I worked at a really high-end resort, and we would have these very, very, very wealthy people come in. And some of these people were newly rich. And by that, I mean, it hadn't sunk in just yet. And so they were very, very proud of their wealth, right? And they would wear the flashy clothes, and they would wear the gaudy earrings and the gaudy rings. And, you know, they were trying to tell you in everything that they did. And they wouldn't treat the staff very well sometimes because they were trying to show you, just look at how wealthy I am. And it was just all up in their head. They were full of that. Then you would see people that had gone way beyond that. And it was so funny. They would all wear tracksuits, right? They would all wear so I'd see a tracksuit, and I would know, okay, so this person, they're not trying to show you anything. No, they're doing the opposite. It's so big, and it's been going on for so long. It's integrated, and they're actually trying to step back. Like, they don't want to show off. And that was very much the attitude of a Brother Premomoy. So he would take out the young monks, and he was teaching them how to interact in the world around you. He would have them dress in normal clothes, what they thought was normal clothes. They actually stood out because they would all be wearing, kind of half of a suit almost. But at that time, it was okay, and they just looked like very clean-cut young men. But he was teaching them how to interact in the world and not have to, oh my God, I have to tell you that I'm a yogi. I have to tell you this. I am so powerful. I have this yoga, and you don't have this yoga, and you should come and get this yoga. You know, he was just teaching them to be just so normal and under the radar, because that was his training as a Yugoslavian prince. Really beautiful. And as you, in this system which I am presenting to you, as you accumulate this wealth, it will become so overwhelming that it will wash out the ego. So I'm not bolstering your ego, I'm actually helping you to go way past it, to the point that you become that ultra high net worth yogi, and you realize that you have this boundless inner treasure inside of you, and yet you don't need to be flashy about it. You don't need to preach to anyone. You're there to help and to love and to care and to have compassion, and yet you don't have to bring it up ever. You just in the background wearing your nice little tracksuit. Because you have so much blessing and so much gift on top of you, you can't be egoic about it anymore. There was a yogi, and he came to his teacher, and the teacher said to him, "The restless mind has brought me to you, and your restless mind will take you away again." And it was a warning. You're seeking, you're seeking, you're seeking, and all that seeking is getting in your way. You're getting in your own way instead of resting in the gifts which I have given you. And if you can just rest and own those gifts, then you get past that restless ego of seeking and seeking and seeking. And you'll see people, they just can't stop seeking. They can't stop trying to solve the riddle rather than resting in the answers that they have. So that's what I want for all of you, that you all become over time, and it just grows very naturally and very organically from inside, and you become that ultra high net worth yogi. Like Yogananda said, he said, become a smile millionaire. So let's take that one step further and become a dorsal vagal millionaire and a bliss millionaire and an expansion millionaire. And then, oh my goodness, what you have found, right? Beautiful. So hope you loved this. If you did, be sure to hit that bell down below so I can see all of you.